when I've seen you live, you always, before you play this song, you always tell a story about you and Eddie Floyd in the hotel and the whole bit. And for those people that aren't lucky enough to have seen you live, can you share that with us?
Well, I do, and I'll say, well, I open with a song, and I'm sure you guys know the song if you don't know the intro. And I said, Eddie and I knew that we had written a good song, but we couldn't come up with an intro. And I don't know what made me think of this. I said, Eddie, what do you think In the Midnight Hour would sound like backwards? And it's just follow the dots.
Right.
So I followed the dots down for In the Midnight Hour, and I followed him up for Knock on Wood. He said, I don't know, play it. And I played it. He said, there's our intro. And it would land you right. When you get to the B, it's dun, dun, dun. So it's E, G, A, B, D, B. And if you could just fall right back on the A. And the thing about Knock on Wood that makes it different, it's a 4 change. It's the A change.
Yeah.
And the key is still in the key of E. I don't want to lose. It starts on a bridge, basically. That's what we used to go to when we write a bridge, doing a tonic. And if you, when the key of E, you go to A for the bridge.
Yeah.
And it always started on the A change. It just did. It wasn't in the key of E. I mean, A, it was in the key of E. So that's what we did.
Now that was a time when he was trying to come up, or you guys were trying to come up with something that was superstition related.
Well, that's where I started. I said, Eddie, when I went down to the rain that night, he said, Steve, I got a great idea for a song. I said, what's that? And he said, I want to write a song about superstitions. And we weren't thinking about Stevie Wonder superstition, but it's a superstition. So rabbit's feet, breaking glasses, walking under ladders, opening an umbrella in a dry room, and all things like that,
Right.
Throwing salt over his shoulder. And at the end of all, after we'd exhausted about everything there was to exhaust that we could remember about superstitions, I said, Eddie, what do people do for good luck? And he says, they go on wood. I said, there's our song right there. For good luck. He said, well, they knock on wood for good luck. And I go, yeah, I'm happy I got this girl. That's good luck. And
Yeah.
I don't want to lose this woman that I've got. And that's where that song started.
Wow, it's amazing.
I don't want to lose this good thing that I got. If I do, I'd surely lose a lot. Your love is better than any love I know. It's like thunder, like lightning. The way she loves me is frightening. I think I better on wood.
Now it was rain, it's storming that night, and that's where you came up with that.
Well, Eddie reminded me, we were doing an interview, and he said, you know, at night, it really was like thunder, like lightning. It really was a storm coming in over the bluff. And we were downtown anyway. So it would come right to the bluff within a mile or less than a mile of where we were, and then jump overhead. But we were so proud of that song. We knew we had something that would be radio worthy, worthy of a single. We just knew it. So I called Al Jackson. Wayne Jackson, not Al Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne Jackson. On his gig, he was playing over in West Memphis. And and at the time he was on stage, and I got a waitress. I said, when Wayne gets off stage, tell him to call me. And he called me when it took a break. And I said, when you get through with your gig, get over here to the Lorraine Motel. All he had to do is cross over the bridge. He was 5 minutes away. And he did, and we worked on the song. I said, I want to have the horns ready tomorrow when we cut the song. And we cut it. And lo and behold, for some reason, Jim didn't think it was a single. And it stayed in the can, what we call the can, on the shelf for 9 months before we got it out. So when Al Bell, he came in at that time, I had been there. I went up to Washington, D.C. and asked him to come back. When he left, I said, man, I've lost my best friend. And Jim said, well, go up there and get him back. I said, I don't know if we can afford him. He said, make him a deal. And so he came back as vice president. He put pressure on, because Eddie had, and I had been on him about it. He put pressure on Estelle, and Estelle put pressure on Jim. And she said, Jim, we got to put this record out. He said, okay, we'll put it out, but you're going to spend your own money. One of the biggest songs we ever had, that in the Midnight Hour and Dock of the Bay, I guess.